Alright, so I have these two replays for you guys from the grand final of Challenger Cup. My opponent actually plays two different decks. In the first round, he plays Labrynth, and I go second to it. And in the second round, he plays Kashtira. I also go second. He gets to choose because I won this match. And these two decks, I see people cry about like all the time. When like I see random players say it like we have bad matchups against Kashtira, we have bad matchups against Labrynth. But I go second against in the both games and I still win. And this hand is like mediocre, like it is fine. We draw a bestial, which is pretty good. We draw super poly, but the rest of the hand is just like okay. So let's watch what happens here. Oh, also, I think I played this perfectly. I don't think I could have done anything better. That's why I'm trying to show these games. In the Kashtira game, I made a small PP, but still, it was pretty good. Here he opens the nuts. He draws into he top decks Ariana. He has Lady in hand and he has Big Welcome. So he goes Cook Lock, activates Cook Lock, and activates Big Welcome. Now, many people know this, but like maybe if you are a stupid piece of shit and you don't know, uh, for Lady effect to activate, it has to be like the next chain to a trap. So if you have a way to chain block, like I do right here, I chain block with my Bestial. This way, Lady effect does not work, so he doesn't go into dimensional barrier and he FTKs you. Like if he goes into dimensional barrier, it would have been pretty bad because, well, maybe not really because I had like super volley in the bestial, but like otherwise it would have been horrible. So this chain block is big. Like this chain block wins me the game. He pops. This pop was garbage. These two I who cares if he pops punishment or sword? Sword is even better in grave. The only card I want him to not pop was Super Poly, and that happened. I was sure he's gonna pop it, but he's just not that good. Usually, other Labyrinth there just pop the good card always. Here, what do I want to do? Here, I want to get my Maximus life and get my Trust life. So, what do? We just go straight to battle. In the beginning of battle, I mean, his position is still pretty good. Like, even though I chain blocked, he still got his big ol' comeback. He has dogmatic punishment, and he has his lovely. Here, before anything happens, before he pops with lovely, like he gets lovely effect or anything, I would just go super poly. You cannot respond to super poly. We just go Garura. We fuse his field. We're going to Garura. My plan here is to for him to like find a way to kill Garura. Maybe someone something in attack, and I would just crush Garura. And he does. This was a pretty weird play, but I'll take it. He kills my Garura. I get the draw. He also sends a Garura. So he traded the draws. He got a draw. I got a draw. This way now, but now my Thrust is live. My Maximus is live. Why do we trust into Grass? Always. We always trust to Grass. Grass is the best card in the deck. It's better than Brand Fusion. Better than everything. But here, alright. So let's see what this happens. Oh, okay, okay. This is also big. This is also big. In the grind game, on like playing against Labyrinth, they usually run one lovely. So if you find a way to punish the lovely, they have no way of recycling it. It is Jover. They don't get the recycle from Lovely. They don't get the pop one card. It is devastating if you punish Lovely. So this was also part of my plan. It was lucky because I drew Saronir with Garura, but still, I had this in mind. Like I would keep a Bestial and a monster in this field until I get it. This grass right here was horrible. Was garbage. How do we know this is a garbage grass? We sent in white. We don't have any Albaz in grave. Alright? No Albazes are in grave. And we did not get a branded fusion in grave. We did not get Shroud. Albion the Shrouded in grave. So this is not like I would not call it garbage. It's still like insane value. You has like a shit ton of cards in your graveyard now, and you have end phase effects, which is like insane value, especially in the grind game. But maybe if I had a Bestial in hand, it would have been better because I milled the Mercurier. And we also milled, which is pretty good, we milled the Lubinian. Which, another thing, it has no targets. Lost is engrave, and Beast is engrave. So Lubinian has no targets. And the Saronir mill was useless because I already had one in the field. I could just like tribute with Lubenian. But who cares? We send Retribution anyway. We activate Maximus. We send Titanic Lad and this one that adds Brand Fusion is just dead in this much. Alba Lanitus. So we just add Brand Fusion with it. And he sends and he gets an infect. But who cares? Like if he pops Maximus, like he already did his job. I don't need Maximus anymore. We still get the value from grass by getting branded in red, which is still pretty good. And in the end phase, look at this: like, no cards in hand, grass. What's grass gonna do? Sunk you grass is gonna give me high spirit, and it's gonna give me Cartesia. So basically, we are set for next turn. Next turn, we have access to branded fusion, which we already do because we sent Alba Lantis and Quem. Quem sends Albas here. He activates Nadir, sends whatever, sends this card to force me to use Quem, so he gets the Maxi value. I fall for it, I summon Albaz, but no, I chain Branded in red to stop his draw. Here I make a small PV, but it doesn't really matter, this is a small mistake. I know this is big welcome, and I'm going to pop whatever he summons. So instead of fusing with two of my field, I would just fuse the two in hand and one in my field. That way, I just pop the one card. This is like I wasted a draw. Maybe I could have drawn a better card. I don't think I am. Well, maybe you want Cartesia in hand. So there's no right to play here. Whatever you choose. He summons whatever. He adds whatever. This does nothing. He gets punishment. He has welcome in hand. He gets so here I know this is punishment. This is big welcome. What do we have in hand? From nothing, from actually nothing. We send the opening so he does not pop anything, any fusion monster with the field. We get Albaz back, which was punished with an red. So basically, we went from nothing to so many cards just because of a grass and Maximus. So do not sleep on those cards. This is pretty much over. Like whatever he's gonna do. He popped Lubinium, but I don't have any targets for it. We proc Branded Fusion and we just win. He doesn't have an Ash. We know what he has in hand, and this is like Jova. This is a very good example about how to play against Labrynth. Now I'll show you the Kashtira game. Here in game 2, I side to Labrynth because I think he would still be playing Labrynth, but no, he changes his deck. He goes into Kashtira. So I added some bestials and like some cards that is good against Labrynth, and they are basically all dead now. Let's see what he does. Here, instead of just having Rise Heart to deal with, which is already like an FTK against Branded most of the time, or like Dragonic also, he also goes this card, which is like if we have lots of ways to deal with Rise Heart, we don't actually have many ways to deal with this card, and they are both punishes monster. Here, what do we do? His punish with the Rise Heart was Albaz, which is also pretty good, and my top deck, which would have been insane, which is Triple Tactics Talent. But we are still winning this, somehow. What do we have in hand? A dead card. Nadir is dead. Lubenian is dead. Maximus is dead. Saronir is dead. We basically only have Ash, and I cannot pronounce the name of this card, but you can see it on the screen. Here, what do we do? If we go this guy, banish Mark, get Albaz, fuse with this guy into something, that is like maybe the only line that we can do, right? And instead, what I do, because that way Alizar doesn't have the 3 material. Instead, what I do, we ash this because we are crazy. Like many players would have been surrendered by now. I actually thought about scooping like a couple times, but that's why not? Let's play it out. He's actually good. He's a good player. This is the grand final of the Challenger Cup. Maybe I already mentioned that, but he knows his shit. He banished Lubinian. I would personally banish Rindbrom because Rindbrom is the only out here, but Lubinian is also a pretty good banish. He locks some zones. Now he has the 3 material. What do we go into? We go into a looper. A looper the duper. He gets an effect. Nobody cares. We summon a looper. What do we add? We add Brand Fusion. Brand Fusion into what? Randblom. Mercurial effect. We get kit. Alright. So this is eyeing Arise Heart. So basically if he activates the effect, Arise Heart is gone. What do? We summon kit, we add branded in white, we return whatever Maximus. We activate this beautiful boy. We go into what? Guardian Chimera. It is Guardian Chimera time. Guardian Chimera effect activates. He does not chain Arise Heart because that would have been bad. I would have negated it, Arise Heart, returned this to hand, and popped the other cards. He knows his shit. He did not activate. We pop these two. I play Regain as well because I thought I was playing a heavy bestial count against Labrynth, but also Regain is not very good against Kashtira. We activate Lubellian. Go into Draw Storm, which is I also don't usually run. These cards are really slow, but they are good against Labrynth, I repeat, so I run them in this matchup. You basically in Challenger Cup you can side whatever cards you want, there is no limit. You can even change decks. Here I'll show you what happened. This gets sent, we add beast to add Regain. Here I activate Foolish Barrier, which I have been playing like Shiren for the past couple of like days, so I keep Shiren in mind. The thing is, I removed Shiren from my deck. I sided it, so this was useless. I just sent Cartesia to add in the end phase, which is not actually gonna happen because I don't have any fusion summon monster. Or maybe with Nadir, with Nadir to happen. So here I am tilted. I am really tilted. I thought I would just win. I would go Shiren, fuse with Albaz into whatever and just win. But I get tilted. I forget that I removed Shiren. This activates. It is okay. It is okay. Still okay. This is a misplay. The full barrier was a misplay. We just chain Beast into destroying Birth, right? Wrong. I misclick. Very bad. I target Unicorn, which was horrible. He punishes all my good shit. He punishes Regain, which was gonna get added with this. He punishes Albaz and Cartesia. We just attack. I was really tilted here. We activate Nadir, Garora into Maximus. Draw a card. This is a pretty good, lucky draw. This draw can save me. We send the cards we always send. He activates effect from grave. We don't actually care. He can get his draw. We negate the second effect with Randblom. Now, his only one, he draws to that card anyways. The only one condition for him is Fenrir, because Fenrir can punish Randblom. Otherwise, there is no way for him to win. And with Maximus, we got Quem and we got a Brand Punishment. He goes Birth, I target Fenrir. So now his only out is gone. There is no way for him to win anymore. He punishes everything. I don't actually care. Like the Birth is devastating as branded, but I'm in such a good position. He crashes. His only play is to crash. He crashed that. And then he goes Arise Heart. He snipes some cards. They are not really good. He goes Sharagargagari, but this activates. Quem activates. We get this boy back. Maybe he misplayed, but it was not really a big deal because I had punishment. So whatever he do, he would just lose. Here he's smart. He does not activate Shagagagari. So what do we do? What do we do to out this? We do not actually have a way to out this right now, except with punishment. We go punishment. We fuse these two into the boy. We send whatever, we don't care. The boy effect activates, we negate the boy, and we return the Shergargagari. And this way, we just attack for this turn and win. So this was the two examples on both Labrynth and Kashtira. Both going second, both almost setting, both like opening the nuts, or maybe like Kashtira didn't, but they still built the best possible field, maybe like the second best possible field, especially against the branded. He had two ways to punish all monsters, which is like kind of an FTK. but we still outsmarted them, we still outplayed them. So the next time you get matched against Kashtira or Labrynth, just and you run my list, just be happy, my guy. I'll show the list. I'll show the list right here. I have a million deck, which is they all just branded. Quim is so good. I named this list Quim. This is the sexy list. 1 for 1. Just go with this 1 for 1. Don't change anything. Don't do anything crazy. This is the best build right here. This is the best brand build. You would say, why you the one Korikara? It is not even searchable. I would just add like something else better that I could search. No, shut up. Just keep Korikara. Sometimes, like if you believe enough, you just draw her and she just wins you the game. Same with Nibiru. This is cuttable. So, wait, what did I have before? All right, there is a mistake here. Daruma. We add Daruma. We take out this bitch. I tested with her. I don't like. It is good. She is good, but not really. You don't like. She is good when you resolve the grass, but you don't just bank everything on resolving grass. All right, so like you don't even go into you don't always go into grass. So we just remove her. Daruma Cannon is better. It gives you an extra turn. It is an extra huge interruption if you like build a bold and like have your thrust live or something. So we just play Daruma. It's pretty good. You do not run the third Albaz. You think you need the third Albaz, but you don't. Just run two. Yeah, at the beginning it's kind of weird. You always like think, oh my god, where is my third Albaz? But then you just get used to it, and it's just better. You don't want to see Albaz in hand going first. We play a shit ton of going second cards. We also need going first cards because like what like we lose to so many hand traps. So you have to have both going second and going first cards. So we just play two Albaz. Going first is not very good in hand unless you draw into super poly and you set both, which is a pretty good field. I'm not gonna lie. Two Merc. Do not cut this. Play two Merc. You usually punish one. We play two Merc and a sword because we are crazy. Kit recycles basic. One Cartesia, you don't need a second Cartesia. Most people play second Cartesia, they are stupid. With all due respect. There is like a million way to search her. You don't actually want to see her in hand. Like she's not very bad in like at hand, but also she's not very good at hand. You always want to summon her with the fusion deployment. Two Quims, because if you don't play two Quims, you're stupid. Do not run the one Quim. It is not good. Why do we play two Quims? I will tell you right here. Maximus, Sense Titanic Cloud, and Albion. What do we send with Quim here? Can you answer me? We sent another Quim. Why do we do this? So our punishment is life. So what did we achieve here? We sent Quim. We got Quim with Titanic Cloud. Sent Quim. We activate punishment. We fuse with the opponent cards with the first Quim. Now the second Quim effect activates. You get Albaz engrave. Now Albaz. Now what happens? You also summon Albaz from grave. So it is basically like you also get to summon Albaz when he goes into his extra deck. So it is better than just sending Albaz and praying. This is like you have control over whatever happens. I only play this bestial because it is the best one in branded. The other bestials are slow. You can run them. They are still pretty good, but they are real slow. Puppet is cuttable as well. I go into Puppet. I like Puppet because in the grind game he just wins you the game. Like maybe you're out of resources and you can just go into Sanctifier and like turn 3 or turn 4 or something, and Puppet will just like be insane. He also plays it through Maxi, or at least like he is your best chance against Maxi. Maximus, do not cut Maximus. Don't be that guy. Maximus is really good. Maximus is basically a full board. Hey, you activate Maximus, he gets some effect in the grave. Why? Like, who the fuck cares, my guy? You're gonna get so much value. And if he gets an effect in grave, you basically have your thrust live if you have a thrust in hand. So Maximus is just insane. The line, if you don't know, I get asked this so many times. Nadir sends Garura. Garura adds draws a card, and we add Maximus. Maximus effect punishes Garura. And since Titanic Blood and Albion, Titanic Blood summons Quem, sends Quem, Albion sets Punishment. Punishment summons Quem, we fuse with the first Quem with the enemy cards, and we get the effect of the second Quem, we set Albaz, and we win the game without even resolving any fusion in our turn. Talent for the thrust package. Branded in white, you need this card. It's one of the best cards. If you resolve, oh, we missed a beautiful card right here. I actually skipped a lot of cards. What I do? One Lubanian, you don't need more. You break on bestials going first. They are good going second, alright, but you don't need, like, we also need to go to play going first. Nibiru, when you maxi, this gives you hope. Like you hope you draw Nibiru and sometimes work. Dust Star is just good because we're trust, and like there is a lot of Labrynth and like other decks, maybe like even Vanquish Soul. Dust Star is pretty good against. Foolish to send uh, Tragedy. It's basically another way to search Blind Fusion. Gold, whatever the fuck I cannot say the name, to also search Lubar or search or banish Mercurier. Now, this is the best card. Like some people are saying this is not good in branded because I activate the glass. I don't see a fucking minion effect activates right after I activate the glass in grave. They are stupid. We have a minion grave effect. If we don't get the effect right away, we get it later. We need cards in grave. Basically, glass. Now, when you activate the glass, let's say your branded fusion is Ashtar, right? You go into thrust, then glass. A glass now you have another branded fusion, which is better than branded fusion, branded in white. You just punish from grave, you summon from grave. You get the effects in the end turn of High Spirit of Cartesia. There you get the grave effect of Alubar. You get so many cards in your grave. You have like so much materials. Maybe you send a Mercurier. You banish with your Bestial, or you banish with Brandon White. There is like a shit ton of plays. Grass is the best card. Always thrust into grass. 9 out of 10 times you thrust into grass. Unless you grass is the only like thrust is the only card in hand. I would not grow grass if like my opponent has a full field and like you only have one card and like a thrust. You only have like a thrust and like, you thrust to grass. You go grass and you maybe has an interruptions to stop you from going into your grave or a grave effect or monster effect in the grave. I would go into something better than grass at this situation. This deck is very situational, but 9 out of 10 times you go grass and you resolve grass. Super Lowest is one of the most complicated cards, but it is the best card. One of the best cards. I mean, this deck is so good. I call it a Quim. I mean, Quim is so good. I call this deck Quim. I'm so stupid. Super Poly. You set Alba, set Super Poly. This is a full field. All right. That is an amazing field. You basically get the Mirror Jade. You summon, you set Cartesia, you set Super Poly. It's also good. Like it's even good going first. That's what I'm saying. Going second is insane. Against Dragon it's pretty good. Against what do we call that? The Vanquish Soul. It's also good because they usually don't go into the rock effect right away. So basically, you know, summon Elubar or Albaz and you Super Poly the rock. They don't get the special summon. Just that is also pretty good. Against Mathmech, you go into Garora. Super Volley is also one of the best cards, maybe like top 5. Cold Buy for Ash, Cross Out for Ash, Opening because you know why. A lot of effects, grave effects as well. Also, Grass is pretty good to send Opening, so we get the grave effect. High Spirit is one of the best cards, especially if you run a heavy bestial count, which we don't, but it is still pretty good. We get to this. High Spirit works with Albaz, Mercurier, uh, Cartesia, Quem, the Bestials, Maximus. It works with a lot of cards, so big. It unbricks your hand. It is one of the best cards. Maybe you can even run 3. I would recommend it, but you can. Branded Era, this card is actually cuttable, but if you cut it, you cut this guy as well. But I have been going into Chimera a lot lately. Like I stopped for a while, but then I went back to Chimera. It is nice to have. With the one infinite for crossout, it comes up sometime, and it is just an infinite, which is also pretty good. Sword, don't sleep on this card. Also, you get to add your banished Mercurier back, so basically you can get a free draw, Albion the Shrouded, and then you send sword with Albion the Shrouded, and you add your Mercurier back. Banishment, one of the best cards. The aroma cannon, I think I already spoke about this. I have no idea, but this just like saves you a turn. Like you get one extra turn to play, and if you have a full field, you this is an extra insane interruption. Also, if you book your Mirror Jade, he gets to be activated next turn as well. Fusion Duplication, I used to not run this card because I always thought going second and it breaks me, but I was blind. It is one of the it's beautiful. I really cannot call it the one of the best card, but it is beautiful, especially with Puppet. If you get like interrupted, maybe you get Max Seed. You just go into Sanctifier and then set this. The next turn we go into Lubenian and Mirror Jade, and Lubenian we said Puppet, and we just Puppet lock, which is beautiful, and we still get a Mirror Jade. Retribution, I tried running two of Retribution, but you break all the time on it, so no. Beast, because we need to deal with Bakro. We don't actually have a lot of Bakro dealers, so Beast is pretty good. Also, if you go Grass into your Lost, you can add her back with the Beast. For my extra deck, just run the exact same extra deck, don't change anything. This is the best extra deck out there. Don't run Lulu. Lulu is a piece of shit. Like, she's beautiful, I would give her that. Where is he? She is hot. Maybe after she gets an animation, I would run her, but she's useless. The effect is so bad. Usually, all the extra monsters are like on summon effects, and she does nothing. She just look at them. She negates the effect after it resolves. Like she's a piece of shit. Do not run Lulu. Maybe in Branded Secret I can run Lulu. I would run this guy over Lulu. Like maybe she has like the 19th spot in the extra deck. Lulu is not very good. This guy wins games. He's very good. Is an insane value. He saves you turns. He saves you from losing. It is you fuse with punishment and discard. If you have a Despia, two Merjade. This is standard. Standard. This is cuttable, but don't. This I would show a video later about this card against Vanquish Soul. This card is actually pretty good against Vanquish Soul, and they never see it coming, like ever. Also, it's pretty good against Dragon Link if they don't like in Challenger Cup. They usually know I am a branded player, so they just play around my set Albaz. But basically, you against Dragon Link, you just set any spell, and then you set Albaz. They think you bricked, and you just go into this beautiful boy. You tribute the whole field, and he feels so good. This is standard, standard, standard. Kinda cuttable, but don't. I don't. It is nice to have this and Draco Stability as well. They are both nice to have. Which with Draco Stability I haven't been using lately a lot, but it is good for the mirror and it is good for punishment. And this is pretty much it. This has been a long video. I am sorry, but it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed.